In the part 1, we read that the king's daughter had eaten the tortoise nut, and now the tortoise wants to make up plenty of this palaver. And what he does, he has decided to ask the king to give his drum. So he said to mother of the child, I am a poor man and I climbed up the tree to get food for myself and my family. Then you take my palm nut and give it to your child. I shall tell the whole matter to the king and see what he has to say when he hears that his wife has stolen my food. This, as everyone knows, is a serious crime according to native custom. So he says that in our custom, in our beliefs, in our rules of our country, it is a rule that if anyone steals other people's food, then he should be punished. Ikor Adam then said to the tortoise, so now the queen says to the tortoise, I saw your palm nut lying on the ground, and thinking it had fallen from the tree, I gave it to my little girl to eat, but I did not steal it. My husband the king is a rich man, and if you have any complaint to make against me or my child, I will take you before him. क्वीन ने बोला कि अगर तुम्हारा कोई भी कंप्लेन है तो चलो, किंग इज़ माई हस्बैंड, आई विल टेक यू देयर एंड यू कंप्लेन टू हिम. बिसाइड्स मैंने सिर्फ तुम्हारा नट गिरा हुआ देखा था और उठाकर मैंने अपनी डॉटर को खाने के लिए दिया, बट मैंने चुराया नहीं था. So she took the tortoise to her husband and told him what had happened. The king then asked the tortoise what he would accept as compensation for the loss of his palm nut. जब कोई लॉस, आप किसी और का नुकसान करते हैं तो आपको उसकी भरपाई करनी होती है, कंपनसेशन करना होता है. So he asked the tortoise what he needs for compensation, and the tortoise immediately pointed to the king's drum and said it was the only thing he wanted. उसने ड्रम की तरफ इशारा किया और कहा सिर्फ यही है जो मैं चाहता हूँ. In order to get rid of the tortoise, the king said, very well, take the drum. टॉर्टॉइस से छुटकारा पाने के लिए किंग ने टॉर्टॉइस से कहा ठीक है, ले जाओ ये ड्रम. बट ही नेवर टोल्ड द टॉर्टॉइस अबाउट द बैड थिंग्स दैट वुड हैपन टू हिम इफ़ ही स्टेप्ड ओवर अ फॉलन ट्री और वॉकड ओवर अ स्टिक ऑन द रोड. जो दूसरा हिस्सा था, जो एक दूसरा पहलू था कि अगर कोई गिरी हुई स्टिक को क्रॉस कर दें ड्रम का ओनर, तो फिर ड्रम से मिली हुई सारी फूड खराब हो जाती थी और एक वुमेन आकर उन लोगों को मारने लगते थे. They would beat them severely. The tortoise was very glad at this and carried the drum home in triumph to his wife and said, I am now a rich man and shall do no more work. Triumph means जीत की खुशी. जीत की खुशी, बड़ी जीत की खुशी से जो टॉर्टॉइस था वो घर गया, अपनी वाइफ को बताया कि अब मैं एक रिच मैन हूँ, अब मुझे काम करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. Whenever I want food, I will have to do, all I have to do is to beat this drum and food and plenty of drink will immediately be brought to me. जब भी भूख लगेगी हमें, हम लोग इस ड्रम को बजाएंगे और खाना और पानी पीना सब कुछ आ जाएगा, ड्रिंक्स सब आ जाएंगे हमारे पास. His wife and children were very pleased when they heard this and asked the tortoise to get food once as they were all hungry. This the tortoise was only too pleased to do, as he wished to show off his newly acquired wealth and was also rather hungry himself. So he beat the drum in the same way as he had seen the king do when he wanted something to eat, and immediately plenty of food appeared. So they all sat down and made a great feast. The tortoise did this for 3 days, and everything went well. All his children grew fat and had as much as they could possibly eat. 3 दिनों तक सब कुछ अच्छा चलता रहा. टॉर्टॉइस और उसकी फैमिली पेट भरकर खाना खाते रहे और उसके बच्चे फैट हो गए. He was therefore very proud of his drum, and in order to display his riches, he sent invitations to the king and all the people and animals to come to a feast. When the people received their invitations, they laughed, as they knew the tortoise was very poor. So very few attended the feast, but the king, knowing about the drum, came, and when the tortoise beat the drum, the food was brought as usual in great profusion, and all the people sat down and enjoyed their meal very much. अब उसने दूसरों लोगों को भी इनवाइट किया पर दूसरे लोगों को यही मालूम था कि टॉर्टॉइस तो पुअर है, वो कहाँ से इतने लोगों को फीस्ट यानी कि पार्टी में बुलाएगा और खिलाएगा। पर किंग को तो मालूम था उसके पास ड्रम है, इसलिए किंग ज़रूर आए और फिर सब ने फीस्ट बहुत इन्जॉय किया। जितने लोग आए थे उन्होंने इन्जॉय किया, बट बहुत कम लोग आए।